Okay, so today's mini lesson is on positive and negative angles of rotation. So you can have angles that represent more than one full rotation, so an angle bigger than 360 degrees, or a negative angle, for example, minus 35 degrees. And we can deal with them in the same way as we deal with other angles, so this is a pretty mini lesson. So remember that we always talk about positive angles, and that means a counterclockwise rotation. So if we were to talk about clockwise rotation, that is when we get a negative angle. So for example, moving counterclockwise 45 degrees, that gives us the negative angle of negative 45 degrees. So we can have two angles in standard position that have the same terminal arm and call them coterminal angles. For example, a 420 degree angle and a 60 degree angle in standard position are coterminal angles. And that's because 60 plus a full rotation of 360 makes your angle of 420 degrees. So you can see it goes around once, 360 degrees, and then another 60 to, and both those angles, 420 and 60, end up in the same position. They're coterminal angles. So to determine the exact value of sine 570, let's find a coterminal angle that is less than 360. So sine of 570 equals, well, 570 is 360 and 210. So this angle will have the same properties, same ratios and so on as sine of 210 degrees. So 570 means it goes around 360 and 210 more, which is just a little bit past 180. And how much past 180 actually? 30 degrees past 180. So then that means 210 has a related angle of sine 30. In this quadrant over here, sine is negative. So sine of 210 equals the negative of sine 30. Sine 30 using your special triangle is 1/2. So this is negative 1/2. So that's the sine of 570 degrees equals negative 1/2. In the second example, the exact value of this negative angle. So sketching it out, negative 5/3 is almost a full rotation, which is 2 pi, which would be 6/3. So negative 5/3 goes around this way with 1/3, so pi over 3, 1/3 of pi left over for that angle. So in this case, tan of negative 5 pi over 3 is equal to the tan of pi over 3. And in this quadrant, all signs are positive, so just equals tan of pi over 3. And using your special triangle, the tan of pi over 3 is root 3. And really, that's it. So do this homework.